What's on my iPad Pro in 2022? This is the 2018 iPad Pro. This is the absolute best Apple product in my humble opinion. Check out that review. This is how my lock screen looks like. The wallpaper link will be down below. Shout out to Siobhan Salmon. This wallpaper had like a little purple aesthetic going on. I took the photo, edited it right here on my iPad using the Photos app, lower down the saturation, and now here we are. So let's swipe up and voila. And you guys can see very minimal, very clean. Now on the first page, I didn't want to be overwhelmed with apps, especially apps I don't use. So I just wanted to utilize the widgets, everything that I want to see at a quick glimpse. So right on the top left, I have my subscriber count. This is a courtesy of Social Widget, and it's going to automatically open up the YouTube app. And by the way, we've been stuck at 180,000 subscribers. Change that by clicking that subscribe button. I might even do a live stream if we're getting close to that 200,000 subscriber milestone. Pop a bottle of champagne. We're gonna have a good time. So next to that, this is my room temperature, so I can actually control my thermostat. So actually the room right now is 80 degrees, but the temperature is set to 70, so it is type kind of warm here. And of course you can control it, and the thermostat is changing right now. Yep, it changed to 81. I'm gonna put that right back down. So you can also change that. But one of the things I want to see on iPadOS 16, I want to be able to interact and control my thermostat right here on the widget. Also, you have that humidity level, so it's at 31%. And this is a smart widget, so I gotta just swipe my finger up and I can see the current temperature outside. So it's 59 degrees, and this is a courtesy of Carrot. So Carrot is a weather client on the iPad. There's no weather app on the iPad, and yes, I know there's a weather widget, but Carrot is so much better. Next to that, I have a motivational widget. So be happy, it drives people crazy. Be happy out there, just a boost of motivation. As soon as you open up your iPad, you just see the quote of the day to keep yourself motivated. So yeah, so I think that's very important. And you guys can see it's a very nice black aesthetic, for this iPad Pro. This is for the professional, so we have dark mode enabled, and this is a smart stack, so I can just swipe my finger and I get to my email. So this is a courtesy of Spark. I've been using Spark for years. Absolutely my favorite client, although I've been trying out an app called Spike, where it's like actual forms of conversation instead of like the traditional mail. And then next to that, we have my screen time, so it just shows how long I've been using my iPad for the day, and just gives you statistics on your usage on the iPad. I have the battery widgets just to see everything is charged up. I have my AirPods 2, my AirPods Max, I have my Apple Pencil, and I have my iPad. So it's always important to see the battery percentage, especially for the AirPods. And then on the dock, these are my most used apps on the bottom. So I have Safari. You guys know what Safari is. I should have cleared my browsing history. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's Safari. And these icons, I use an app called Color Widget. So Color Widget actually has a free icon pack. I'm gonna show you guys how to get this custom app towards the end of the video. So I have Safari here, Twitter here, and all these apps work perfectly fine. Technically, they're just shortcuts. And yeah, you guys know Twitter is Twitter, Elon Musk status. And next to that, we have YouTube. We was just on the YouTube app. And I have my notes, Twitch, Apple Music, and I have my Instagram app. I'm still waiting for the day that we have an Instagram app on the iPad natively. I'm still waiting for that, but nonetheless, this is all we got right now. The best thing we got is to be able to tilt it, so we're not forced to use it portrait. As you guys can see, the icons, they don't take effect on the bottom. Like the custom icons are good, but you're not gonna also see it on your recently used apps here. Yeah, so that's right, you can toggle that off. Very minimalistic setup, and you don't have to worry about that. So I toggle that off. Next page, things get a little interesting, but relatively the same. Just everything is all switched around. So on the top, I have my apps that just wasn't supported to get the icon change. So I have Pages, Numbers, Notability. Notability, I used this to sign PDF documents. Back in the days when I was going to college, this was my notebook app. And then next to that, I have the Keynote. So this is the equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint. This is just for presentation. And then Split Screen, one of my favorite apps. Basically, once you have an external display connected, you could be able to utilize the full canvas of that display, and it's just gonna turn your iPad into like a desktop. This is one of my favorite iPad apps. I might do an iPad only desk setup. That might be in the works. Very important, you gotta have a calculator app. This is not a thing on the iPad. And of course, you're gonna have ads on the bottom. because, well, developers got to get paid. And it's quite unfortunate. That's one of my most requested features, is to have a calculator app. Fine, leave out the weather app. I don't see why not, but the calculator app is super important. Then I have PDF Expert, relatively the same thing as Notability. Sometimes I flip-flop between the two, depending on how I'm feeling, to be honest. And I have PDF Merge, so if you want to be able to merge two PDFs next to each other, you can do so. The reason why I'm not even opening up some of these apps, I'm just not sure. You can merge two PDF files together and make it into one PDF. We have PDF Reader, same thing, editing PDFs. Next up, we have HP Smart. So this is how I interact with my printer. If I want to make a copy, or if I want to scan or fax a document. Then I have Pixelmator. Pixelmator is really cool. This is basically the Photoshop of the iPad. So this picture here, I'm sure you guys are familiar with. I was editing up some of the, I forgot what I was editing up now. I think it was some of the boats here or something. So I could do the same. So I can retouch it. I can repair. And then I could be able to fix some things up here. And this will work for, like, if you want to remove any blemishes, or if you want to whiten up a teeth, you can do so. Smudge things, so I could smudge this. And this is why I love the iPad so much, because you can pinch the zoom. You can use the Apple Pencil. It just makes things so much more fun opposed to using a Mac, like through Photoshop. But I still like using Photoshop because, like, it's real Photoshop. But if I'm just editing a picture for Instagram or for a client, I really like using the iPad Pro. Of course, I have my YT Studio. So this is for my YouTube, replying to comments, checking the analytics for the channel. And this is the new app called Spike. The typical text message thread. This is basically bringing that to email, making it more natural to talk to somebody, because it's like an actual conversation that you're going back and forth, opposed to like a generic standard email. I'm still trying to get used to it. And then next to that, to be honest, I just have some of these Apple apps. I just like to keep all the stock applications here, just in case. I posted these two apps here. This is the Room Planner. Awesome app if you want to do any kind of room modeling. So I remember creating this room, this very studio room right now. I could be able to model a room and see how it looks like in action. So this room looks familiar, right? Because this is my room, right? So I 3D modeled it just to see how it looked like. And now it's a reality now. At first there was nothing here, and this is where I'm standing right now. TV on the wall, the entertainment piece. I like this because it gives you a visualization on how the room is going to look like, with the windows there, the accent wall, the color paint. Love this app so much for 3D modeling. And I'm planning on moving to Florida soon, so I'm going to be using this app again, but I haven't used it since 2020. But it's a good app though, nonetheless. Next up, we have Motion Leap. This is basically to have your pictures move. So I could press play. If you look at it closely, this picture is actually moving. The water is flowing. And sometimes I drop it on my Instagram and everybody's all blown away. Oh, how do you do that, Pops? How you do that? So this is my Apple Card widget. This is my available balance and my balance that I have to pay. And yeah, a lot of spending going on, and it shows the week. So Monday through Sunday, it shows your spending. And of course, as you know, Apple Card has different colors to indicate the categories. Just watch my Apple Card review. So next to that, we have the Coinbase widget. This is showcasing cryptos that's going on. Shout out to Sheep. I want Sheep to pop off. Right now it's at 0. I wanted to get to like a penny or $1. If it could get to $1, oh my god, I am paying attention. I'm not sleeping on cryptos at all. And then underneath it, we have the Webull app. So I follow the stock market too. Everything is down right now. But shout out to Elon Musk with Twitter. I was expecting that to go up, but it's still not too late. So it's always good to have a heads up on what's going on the stock market and the crypto market right here on your home screen. And then we have a plethora of apps on the side. So we have TikTok. Sometimes I see what's going on TikTok. Of course, I have Amazon, the camera app, the settings, my maps. By the way, Apple Maps came a long way, guys. Oh my goodness. You guys remember the day when Apple Maps was terrible? Apple Maps is slowly but surely starting to be one of my favorite map app to use. Next to that, we have the App Store. All right, this is Twitter. This is a different icon. This is the home app. This is how I control my lights and stuff. Let me turn off that nano leaf. And I have the Google Drive app, and I have the Files app. And that's it. You swipe over, I get to your app library. So these are all the remaining apps that I use. So whatever app I'm on, let's say Safari again, I could be able to access that anywhere, any app, whatever it is. So essentially this is the main home screen to get to all your apps or search anything. So and that is it. I just wanted to keep things nice and minimalistic, all the things that I like to use right at my fingertips, and to be able to have these widgets to see everything at a quick glimpse. All right, so now how did I install these icons? And notice I don't have no labels on them. It just looks so much more cleaner. So let me go into the color widget app. This is a free app, but there are some in-app purchases. There's some yearly courses, but me personally, I just have the free. I type on icons, and then voila, you can access to any of these icons here. So you have solid colors, pink. You gotta watch out for this crown. Once you see this crown, that means you gotta pay for it. And it's yearly too, which I find is kind of silly. But anything that doesn't show that crown, it is free. So anything you want, you could just tap on it. Well, I already have that one. This is the one I had with the black one. The white one you gotta pay for. Let's say I want this gray one. You save pack, and then you want to make sure everything is all linked up. So TikTok is linked up with that. 9 times out of 10 it's just gonna get it right. But anything that looks a little bit odd, you can change it if you want. There are going to be some ads. Install icons. So what this does, it installs a profile. So you're going to tap on install, profile, download it. You swipe up, get back into your home screen, launch up the settings, and then you want to go into general. You want to go down into device management, and you're going to have something that's going to be called downloaded profile. So you tap on that, then you tap on install. So now what that's going to do is it's going to add all those icons right then and there. It's just automatically going to pair, and essentially no like messing with the shortcuts app, getting the pictures online. Then it could be a little tedious doing that. This is just a much more easier solution. I love my icon setup. It's minimalistic, it's simple, and it's to the point. Try to get the likes up, guys. I could make a follow-up video showing what's on my iPad mini. This is my favorite iPad right now, this iPad right here, but you guys can see it's all bland. You know, I don't have no custom icons, nothing like that. Make sure you guys subscribe. Help me reach the 200,000 subscribers. We're getting so close. And comment down below what you guys think. Until next time, guys, have a simple day.